Your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Prevention is important. Help prevent the spread of illness and keep yourself and others well. Here are some of the most effective ways you can prevent the spread of germs. Wash your hands by scrubbing thoroughly with soap and hot water for at least 20 seconds. And always wash before you touch your face, eat, or drink. Use hand sanitizers in addition to hand washing or where soap and water are not available. Limit sharing of items such as utensils, cups, and dishes. Avoid all physical contact with others, including handshakes and kisses. Practice social distancing by maintaining a distance of 6 feet from others. Sneeze or cough into a tissue or the inside of your elbow. Avoid contact with ill individuals and insist they isolate themselves. Sanitize frequently touched surfaces in your home and workplace several times a day. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure. Download the free booklet at Scientology.org/stay well.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish, we also offer rototilling and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
WOCA.
Ocala. Today, intervals of clouds and sunshine along with a shower or thunderstorm around. High 89 to 91. Tonight, patchy clouds. Low 73 to 75. For tomorrow, a mix of clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm around in the afternoon with a Wednesday high 89 to 91. Thursday, sun and clouds with a high 90 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
WOCA. Ocala.
Welcome back. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. It's your host, Adam Mickey, as we say good morning to you on this Tuesday, moving right along with our Tuesday show. As now, we're going to be moving forward to talk to Dr. Emily Trunnel. As we talk with her, she is a research associate as an institutional and animal care and use committee liaison for People for the Ethnic Treatment of Animals, or PETA, a neuroscientist who's previously performed experiments on animals, and she works with the government agencies and other scientists to replace the use of animals with superior research methods. As she's here to talk with PETA's research modernization deal and how it can provide a detailed strategy for replacing the use of animals in experiments with human relative research methods, as this plan can save the lives of billions of animals every year, clamping down on wasteful animal testing and result in far more promising treatments and cures for debilitating diseases. As we've got her on the phone. Good morning, doctor. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Adam. I'm well. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Here to talk about this, this modernization deal and how it provides detailed strategy. So with having you on, I'm sure that's what we're here to talk about. So I'll let you go ahead and have at it.
Thanks, Adam. So one thing that a lot of people don't know is that $18 billion were spent last year. 18 billion taxpayer dollars were spent last year on experiments that maim and kill millions of animals. But the government admits that 95% of the time they don't lead to anything useful for humans, and that's just absurd. Wow. And obviously PETA cares a lot about this issue. At a time like this, during a pandemic especially, we can all understand why medical research must be efficient and accurate. So PETA scientists, and PETA does have more PhD scientists on staff than any other animal protection organization. We've developed a framework for making research more human relevant and sparing millions of animals in the process.
Absolutely. So how will this modernization deal benefit the wellness of the animals and then improve the current research that they are doing now?
And so what the research modernization deal calls for is a stepwise process. So first we get rid of all of the all the types of experiments that we know aren't working. And then we shift the government funding from animal experiments to non-animal methods, really high-tech things like organs on chips, which you may have seen in the news, and relevant human studies. And this way, our medical research is based in human biology. The research modernization deal also calls for the U.S. to harmonize with other countries as to what non-animal tests are now accepted, and to also consider the harms to animals when experiments are approved.
Right. And, as mentioned, as the current animal-focused method of developing medications fails to lead to new drugs for humans in a staggering 95% of the time. I think that's what you were talking about earlier, which is incredible. And, continuing this flawed method amounts to the misuse of limited resources. And like you mentioned, as far as taxpayer dollars, billions of taxpayer dollars actually wasted. So in this idea of this PETA's research modernization deal, this would actually not only get the testing away from animals, but this actually could save people a lot of money in a sense, or the spending can go to different areas.
Absolutely. I mean, imagine what we can do with $18 billion. And, animal experiments tend to be costly and they take more time, whereas modern methods will end up saving a lot of money in the long run. Hopefully that money can be passed on, to taxpayers, to people who are paying for medications. There's a lot that we can do with $18 billion.
Right. Now, during the COVID-19 pandemic, some new vaccines have moved straight to human trials without waiting for the usual lengthy animal testing, which is good. So COVID-19 has actually opened the door. When you think everything we've gone through or any tumultuous time, you got to find silver linings to think about what you can learn from certain things. And COVID-19 has opened the door to a better way to actually conduct scientifically sound, human relevant research.
Exactly, Adam. If we're doing, this is a really important time to get a vaccine to people as quickly and safely as possible. So if we can do this now, if we can bypass a lot of these animal tests that scientists have been told were necessary, then we can do it for diseases like cancer and diabetes and heart disease. Those are very important too. And you're right, it's opened a door. We are working with regulators around the world to hopefully keep this momentum going after COVID.
Gotcha. Now, what current COVID-19 research, is kind of working there when it comes to paving the way here scientifically?
So I'm sure you've seen, there are vaccines that are in clinical trials right now. And like you mentioned, those have bypassed some of those usual animal tests. So that's really promising to see, and we hope that's successful as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. Now, with a lot of people thinking that, this is fantastic because not only is it take away from the misuse or the treatment of the animals, but this is also something on the forefront that could move forward, like we said, to the idea of vaccines and other things that can help certain ailments get done quicker with just human testing. For those who are interested in more information, where can they go, Doctor?
So we have a website set up, PETA.org/New Deal. And if your listeners will go there and with one click of a button, they can ask their representatives to support PETA's research modernization deal and learn more about it. Because really, if we're all in this together, we can save both human and animal lives.
Absolutely, absolutely, and a lot of good stuff to think of. Like I said, coming through such trying times, right, in this tumultuous year of 2020, it's always important to try to see or read between the lines of what we've been dealing with to maybe see what can come away as maybe something new or a change or adaptation that we could see that could actually better the future coming through a circumstance like we have. And this sounds to be like one of those things. So we definitely commend you on that. That's for sure.
Thank you. Thank you again, Adam, and thank you to everyone.
Absolutely. So Dr. Emily Trunnel, Research Associate at the Institutional Animal Care and Use Committee Liaison for People for the Ethnic Treatment of Animals, or PETA, neuroscientist who has previously performed experiments on animals, so she understands what it actually goes through as she's worked with government agencies and other scientists to replace the use of these animals with superior research methods. Her victories include ending animal starvation experiments, such as at St. Mary's University in San Antonio, and persuading 14 companies, including Johnson & Johnson, Bayer, just to name a few, of other top pharmaceutical companies to end their use of the forced swim test. Her letters and opinion pieces have appeared in numerous publications, including Scientific America. So it was an absolute pleasure to have you on today, Doctor, as we appreciate it. And like we said, for more information, they can go to, and just to make sure I'm saying it correctly, that's PETA.org/New Deal.
That's correct. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, Doctor, we appreciate it. You guys have a great rest of the week, and hopefully this July finishes out for you fairly quick. It feels like we've been in this month here forever, so I think we're all looking forward to get to August and to keep moving forward in doing what we can to find these more silver linings in everything we've gone on with this 2020. So thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. That's so important. Thank you, Adam.
You got it. Excellent. So thank you very much, Doctor. As we're moving on, as we bring you this Tuesday show, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. That's right. We're going to take a short little break. And when we come back, we'll keep the conversation rolling. And then at the top of the 9 o'clock hour, we'll have, that's right, Carol Ann Baldwin in the studios for In the Garden with Carol Ann. 622-9622 for all of your gardening questions, for your trees, for your flowers, for your plants, for your fruits, and for your lawn. We've been talking a lot about that too, which is always some good stuff. So stay tuned for that. More coming your way right after this. WOCA, The Source.
Why call Two Men in a Truck? If you're like most people, you're moving and you work hard. You call 352-289-0666. You need pros, trained, professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. You call 352-289-0666. People who care about your things as much as you do. Time is of the essence, and you want it done fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, the movers who care. Visit twomeninatruck.com today and get moving. So call 352-289-0666.
2 Men in a Truck.
There's a staycation right here in town. It's Super 8 Motel Ocala, right down the road on 40, just west of I-75. And they're pet friendly. Have truck parking, free breakfast, a swimming pool, a kiddie pool, and veterans get 10% off. It's a staycation at Super 8 Ocala. Call today, Super 8 Ocala, at 352-629-8794. Again, 352-629-8794.
David Moore here, running for Marion County Property Appraiser. I believe in faith, family, and freedom. I have over 29 years of experience in the real estate and finance industry. I own a local realty. I have a bachelor's in business and master of arts in leadership. I believe that my education and experience makes me uniquely qualified to be your next property appraiser of here in Marion County. I have both public and private sector experience. For more information, go to davidmoore.com. Political advertisement paid for and approved by David Moore, Republican candidate for Marion County Property Appraiser.
Wednesday, July 29th at 8:50 a.m. Joe Milano, Republican candidate for Congress, will be Adams' guest. This discussion focuses on his legislative experience while working on Capitol Hill and why that should matter to voters. His campaign is a call to action and seeks to solve our nation's top issues with good policy, not politics. Hearing from Joe directly will give you an insight as to why you should vote Milano for Congress on August 18th. Again, that's Wednesday the 29th at 8:50 a.m. To stay in the know with Joe, we want you to be an informed voter.
Oh, hey, Grandpa.
Oh, hey, Grandpa. Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
WOCA.
Today, intervals of clouds and sunshine along with a shower or thunderstorm around. High 89 to 91. Tonight, patchy clouds. Low 73 to 75. For tomorrow, a mix of clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm around in the afternoon with a Wednesday high 89 to 91. Thursday, sun and clouds with a high 90 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
WOCA.
Back here listening to AM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall, streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, the Source Radio. As we're moving through this Tuesday here, like we mentioned, as we finished at the bottom of the hour there with Galen, Life South Community Blood Centers. And then we just finished with Dr. Emily Trunnel for the PhD as Research Assistant Liaison for PETA with their idea of more ways to actually get away from testing on animals when it comes to what they're working on with a lot of stuff within the medical field. As we mentioned with Galen Life South Community Blood Centers, as the Blood Mobile will be out at the Walmart in the Villages today. Get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood, as well as that segment coming to you from our proud sponsors, Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center and Penn Flooring. We would like to thank Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street in Ocala, where they offer the skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Any questions on how they've handled the COVID-19, give them a call, 352-854-6262. That's 854-6262. And of course, Penn Flooring. Penn Flooring is family-owned and operated, serving Marion County for over 30 years. Every bit of their success is to their unrivaled customer service. Penn Flooring is a full-service flooring company dedicated to finding the best solution for your flooring needs. With experience in both commercial and residential fields, found at 1201 Southwest 17th Street in Ocala, 351-3420. That's 352-351-3420. As we mentioned, Penn Flooring and Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. As we move on here just a little bit before we come up on the 9 o'clock hour for In the Garden with Carol Ann, as it was announced and posted yesterday as coming out of New York, now Target, the big box store Target, is joining Walmart in closing its stores on Thanksgiving Day, ending a decade-long tradition of jump-starting Black Friday doorbuster sales. The move, announced Monday, come as stores are rethinking this year's Black Friday shopping bonanza weekend, along with other key retail days during the holiday season as the country battles with the coronavirus pandemic. Stores always depended on big holiday crowds and work as much as a year in advance with the manufacturers on securing exclusive items. Well, now the virus has turned the holiday shopping model completely upside down. Stores have slashed orders and crowds are in anthema. As this, with fears of the wave of the virus case in the fall, the biggest nightmare would be if retailers had to reclose during the most critical times of the year, analyst says. So, quote, historically, deal hunting and holiday shopping can mean crowd events. And this isn't a year for crowd events. Minneapolis-based Target said it in a corporate blog posted that it said its holiday deals would come earlier than ever, starting even in October, as Walmart, the nation's largest retailer, announced its move last week. Target opened for the first time on Thanksgiving in 2011. And with it coming back in 2011, joining other stores in starting Black Friday sales a day early and creating a new tradition of shoppers heading out to the stores at their turkey feast. Many retailers did so because they were trying to better compete with Amazon and other online players. But sales ended up eating into Black Friday, and many critics slammed stores for not honoring the holiday, allowing their workers to spend with their family. In response to the backlash of poor sales, some stores and malls like Bloomingdale, Minnesota-based Mall of America reversed course and have not opened on Thanksgiving in recent years. Costco and Nordstrom, among others, have always remained closed on Thanksgiving, noting that they have respect for the holiday. The big question still looms on how to handle Black Friday itself, which also draws huge crowds and sales. Despite competition from Thanksgiving shopping, Black Friday ranks as either the top nor the number 2 sales day of the year. If you can believe that. Thanksgiving is not even in the top 10 because the sales start around 5 p.m., but the day ranked third in online shopping behind Cyber Monday and Black Friday respectively last year, according to the Adobe Analytics, which tracks online sales from 80 of the top 100 retailers. Walmart and Target declined to comment on their plans for Black Friday, but analysts say that they believe that the retailers will pivot their business more online and will focus on limiting the number of shoppers in the stores. Like Target, other retailers will also likely start holiday sales even earlier to stretched out crowds. Macy's CEO Jeff Jennett said earlier this month at the department store will be pivoting its Black Friday business more towards online and will likely be going full force with holiday marketing right after Halloween. It also will be staggered events to reduce customer traffic in store. Still, pushing sales further online will likely be more costly for retailers becoming of shipping expenses. And while many stores like Macy's will ramp up curbside pickup for these first time this holiday season, the strategy will create logistical challenges, to meet shoppers' holiday demands. As an e-commerce analyst at Forrester Research Incorporated said that the profit margins, for retailers get on their online sales are anywhere from 50% to 80% of what they get in the same item brought into the store, saying, quote, "This is going to be a very tough holiday season in terms of where sales are coming from," said Joel Rattle, director in the retail practice of Alex Partners, with one of the analytics as mentioned. But that's a little different overall as Black Friday. Some people may be looking forward to it. They just spend the day with their families. Well, depending on what the virus is doing by then, spending the day at home, at least enjoying the time of Thanksgiving. I guess they don't want to come to social gathering or whatever. Anyway, as we move on with the idea, as it's been brought up with COVID-19 and the surge of with here in Marion County hospitals mentioned that they are busy but not swamped by COVID-19, as this came out in a press release yesterday. As hospitals and local officials have broad contingency plans in the event that the hospital beds run short. Despite the recent surge in COVID-19 cases in Marion County, hospital capacity remains at manageable levels. According to the county and hospital officials, the Florida Department of Health in Marion County reports more than 2,800 new cases since July 1st, and as of Monday, more than 100 people are in the hospital due to the virus. All told, more than 330 people have required hospitalization since March. But area hospitals are in good shape and should not run out of capacity, barring a much wider surge, saying, quote, that is not a foreseeable thing to happen, but if we have to have it happen, there's a plan in place, said County Commission Chairwoman Kathy Bryan, as she said during her Friday Facebook live stream with Mark Lander, who we've had right here on the studio, as we had them on Thursday of last week, which Mark Lander, the administrator of the Department of Health here in Marion. As Mark said, hospital and local officials, including emergency management, multiple times during the week to review the situation. If capacity becomes an issue, hospitals would first reduce the number of elective surgeries, as he said. And early in the pandemic, Governor DeSantis stopped all elective surgeries in case of broad surge cases would come in. And it says, while the state does not report the number of intensive care unit beds available, not all COVID-19 patients admitted to the hospital require the time in the ICU. But if the ICU does overflow, well, hospitals can expand those services to other areas of the hospital. It says there are also contingency plans in place if the hospital reaches occupancy or capacity of occupancy. Then the country, good Lord, as the county can open temporary hospital space at 2 alternate locations, Mark Lander said. And as a last resort, hospitals can also transfer patients to sister facilities in other parts of the state. And with all of that mentioned as the idea that things are fairly well on that horizon of it, as saying, quote, Advent Health Ocala created a 52-bed COVID-19 unit on the 6th floor to prepare for the influx of patients and have been able to provide continued care for patients, as we also have sufficient personal protective equipment, ventilators, special equipment available to quickly and safely convert existing spaces in the hospital into standard patient rooms or ICU critical care rooms, as they should be needed due to the increased demand. As Jeffrey said in the prepared statement, and it says, we remain prepared to take care of any patient in our community who needs our service, as that was mentioned there overall. So as it comes out that Marion County Hospital's busy, but not a big deal, not swamped, and they have contingency plans in place, so that should let you think and feel just a little bit better about things overall. More AM Ocala Live coming your way. We come to the top of the 9 o'clock hour. Stay tuned for Farmer Ranch headlines on the Southeast Egnet with Tyrone Spearman. And after that, In the Garden with Caroline Baldwin. We'll be back right after this. WOCA, The Source.